We're getting ready for a Samadhi Game broadcast in case you'd like to join us. I'm just going to set up a few things on the computer and then we'll be back for that broadcast, so stay with us. thou art mine. Welcome to this game of Samadhi game, and all that we do here to chant the name I Am. One of the things that I put a lot of effort into is saying mantras in English, but I've had quite a bit of experience with these mantras from the East, from India, from China, and they're glorious and they're lovely and they carry a lot of momentum with them. And yesterday I discovered Jai Jagadesh, I Am Thine, this beautiful album which I posted to my Facebook site for those of you who are following us. It's beautiful rhythmic, rockin' mantras and easy to sing along with and get yourself into a state of bhakti. They call it devotion. And emoting this love into the environment around you is very, very, very important. With Samadhi game mantras, we have a little bit of different tact. We actually affirm the presence that is that love. We affirm the presence, I am that I am in us. I am the Guru that I am. I am the Christ within me that I am. I am that eternal oneness within me, that samadhi within me that I am. And oftentimes with these ancient mantras, you don't really get that focus, that determination, that willingness to go that far as to actually state what is the actual truth of the mantra. The mantras actually allow you to maintain this idea that there is a guru outside of you. And it is true, you can have a guru, that's what you believe and what you want. But in actuality, the fullness of creation is all within us, all. The Christ consciousness, the Krishna consciousness, the Buddha consciousness stands eternal inside the indwelling parts of our consciousness, beyond the vagaries of yin and yang, of yes and no. Samadhi game gives us a matrix that we can give these affirmations that affirm that eternality. So as we're going through our day, we have a little bit more perception as to who we really are, even though we're engaged in a completely dual stage of existence. Here on this planet, we have all of these things to tend to: our finances, our families, our health, our food, our nutrition, right on down the line, even our politics, left and right, all of these things. And it's important that we have some balance, some place to come to that is silence. And if you were to spend a few moments in that great, great silence and start to interpret that great, great silence, what it means to this outer world, and the most poetic, the most eternal language that you could find, well, that's what I've done with Samadhi game, Manifesto of Enlightenment. These mantras that you have in Samadhi game tend to be of that ilk. Hey, hi.
Hi.
Welcome. So we're here, and we're experimenting with a new seating arrangement too. Mm-hmm. So thank you for this juice as well. Mm-hmm. So I've given an introduction about the guru within us all, and hope that gives a little bit of perspective on what we're trying to deal with Samadhi game. Is we're taking it away from this idolatrous, putting someone on a higher pedestal like Jesus or Buddha, and saying they had it and I don't. We were listening to Alan Watts, and he even made the comment that makes it an impossible path. You can't win. He was a special guy. He had special dispensations from the Lord on high. In fact, he was the Lord on high. And because of that, he could perform miracles, he could raise from the dead. And what chance do we have of actually living into that same reality? It seems sort of futile. But when we look at that Christ, that Guru within us as this eternal oneness, and we resonate with it, then we're really dealing with the same message that Christ brought. So let's do an opening pillar of light, the pillar of the world. This is a mantra that ensconces us in light, protects us in its protective radiance, and gives us a sense of the groundedness of that light, of that silence here in embodiment. So I'll turn this down as we go on. Sublime I am. Here, let me put it on the screen for you. So sorry. Sublime I am Samadhi that I am, enfolding me now in that mighty, magic, electronic pillar of cosmic light substance. My identification with its magnificent humility and thoughtful creativity, so powerful and complete, that I artfully and magically alter every polarity with healing unity. Within this majestic pillar of light blazes that love as the violet, compassionate flame, in, through, and around my etheric, mental, emotional, and physical bodies, effortlessly dissolving, consuming, transmuting, and reconciling the dualities of my human ego.
Charging my world and
all I contact with the tangible substance, living awareness, and conscious activity, the presence and superconscious samadhi of all enlightened beings, liberated and ascended masters, seeing, feeling, and hearing this light as it shines, radiates, and resonates within me as a visible pillar of the world, stabilized, supported, and sustained by the brilliant, elegant one, and infinitely sensitive to that invulnerable state of divine I am samadhi. Let's follow this next Om all the way down into that silent place. And when you're there in that silence, how would you describe it? How could you put words to it? How could you commit to carrying it, cradling it across the waves of samsara, the waves of duality, the vagaries of duality, the upheavals of life, the events, the happenings? How would you carry that silence into all of those things? That is Tantra. I'm going to do something. I would like you to have a little more height in that chair. Oh. So let's see if we can do. We have a new seating arrangement here. So let's see
because
if we.
Because
I got a new ball chair. I don't know if you can see it down there. It's one of those things. So really excited about that. Yeah, that's better. And let me put this down a little bit more, like this, and then we can see a little bit more like that. It's more straight on. That's better. Okay, we'll get used to this yet. So we're going to go on and do another mantra. We do these mantras, and let's finish this one here first before we actually go on. Here it is. And this is describing what it is, that silence, what that silence is, what that guru, how that guru is speaking to us from out the great, great silence. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. Eternity is my home. I do all that is necessary to actualize this ever-fresh realization and organize my life around it. That's great. So those are the words that come out of the silence. And the idea of Samadhi Game is to get you used to what's coming out of the silence. It'll come out of the silence a little bit differently for you, a little bit differently for me, and that makes up our individualized, unique gift that each of us is to find and give as a gift gone. That's our sacred dharma, our sacred labor. Whatever it is that you do that is inspiring you, that you enjoy to do, you need to do that. And whatever it is, just keep following your heart, following these cliches, they work. Following your enjoyment into the glory of your beautiful individual gift gone, individualized, unique gift given gone. I'd like to give this heartfelt, tangible Samadhi mantra. O Great Spirit, O Mighty I Am Samadhi at the center of all creation, radiant with illuminating fire, O heartfelt parent of all sons and sons, pour forth that life-giving power and fan the spark of that divinity on the altar of my heart. Amplify and magnify this spark by the fire breath of the whole I Spirit into the potent God flame that I am. O the shimmering fountain of life that I hear, feel, smell, taste, and see within me. I choose this constant cascade of liquid light, actively receiving its shimmering directive radiance, tangibly and powerfully manifest in my experience. I open the innermost temple of love within this evident, ebullient, celestial, cosmic fire.
I manifest that life and
light for our healing and regeneration, letting the breath, height, fullness, and crown of the solar radiance of the sun behind the sun appear. I stand forth. Revealed in and through us, through me, is the neutral witness that Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Pharaoh, monarch, you'll find it down here in a second, monarch, divine mother, father, sun conscious awareness. I am the visible, audible, and tangible flame of eternal life, breathing the scintillating prana-chi from the source to the root of my being. Liquid rays of light, flooding my chakras, seated upon their lotus thrones of love.
Molten gold of enlightenment,
shivering its ascension up my spine, crowning my awareness with the diamond rays of attainment. Now, that last stanza, that last three, we'll do it again actually, just to see what we're doing. Breathing. As we give these three lines, starting with the breathing there, you're following this breath from the top, from the source, from this great I am that I am, down through the front of your body, down to the root of your being. As you breathe out, liquid rays of light are flooding through all the chakras on each lotus throne. And this molten gold shivers itself up the spine, back to the crown again. So there's this cycle of the breath. So let's go ahead and do what we call the saga breath. I'll put it up there on the screen so you can see and read it if you'd like to. But we're basically going to breathe out, and as we breathe out, the energy comes to the top of the head, and as we breathe in, relaxing the front side of the body all the way down to the perineum. Let's do it. And as you breathe out, a slight Kegel. And as you breathe in, the tongue is at the roof of the mouth. And your next exhalation, breathe normally after you've breathed out, and just feel for a few moments now the resonance of that prana in your body. You might feel a little bit lightheaded. See if you can draw that tingly sensation down through your musculature, all the way down to the marrow of your bones. In the silence of the bones, in the silence of the marrow, the core of your being. Yeah, that's right. That silence is speaking to you. You can feel it. You can feel it well up as love, as intuition, as direction. It's speaking to you. It's the Guru. You're sitting in the Guru. You're sitting with the Guru. I am that I am in you. Speak to me. So many mantras in the East have been written in the cadence of reveal thyself, direct me, give me direction. This is the core of the answer to that call. And then we'll go ahead and continue imploring the truth of being as an affirmation, reminding ourselves over and over and over again who we really are, from where is the center of our being. As the white fire being of my heart, I dynamically imitate and transmit this audible, tangible, fragrant, delectable, and visible substance of living samadhi as creativity and direction. I am a sun in the palace of the shining void, this temple a glistening world of infinite space, the process of my transformations, sounding the melodies, harmonies, and rhythms of the great solar symphony. I am the dazzling flame of life, here and now, because I am nowhere else but everywhere forever. I am Samadhi's palpable joy, tactile glory, and felt perfection of boundless being. I am that, I am that, I am that. I am Guru, I am Guru, I am Guru. Inside, I am Christ, I am Christ, I am Christ. In my consciousness, I am Shiva, I am Krishna, I am Buddha, I am the neutral witness. And then you can say a name for yourself, which brings it's the spoken word of that image of oneness. I am the Ascended Master Gregory Donald Brinkley Living Super Yogi Brilliance. An embodiment, an embodiment, an embodiment. I am oneness lived. I love, in the mornings, Robbie, a few months back now, was surfing. How did you get the idea for the sauna?
It just came to me to say, look up on Craigslist.
So she looked up on Craigslist and a sauna just to see what was going on in the sauna world. And she received, she saw a advertisement for a sauna from right down the road from us. It's a pretty cool sauna that would cost 4 times as much as we paid for it, thank God. And we just went ahead and splurged on it. So in the mornings, we have the opportunity to sit in there, 6 o'clock in the morning. We get up and turn it on and sit in there for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then jump out in the cold, brisk morning and take a nice cold shower outdoors. It's great. But while we're in there listening, in the sauna, those saunas, you've probably seen them before. They have speakers in the ceiling, and we've hooked up one of the Apple Airport Expresses to those speakers, so that we can broadcast from our iPhones and computers the different things that we listen to. And we've been listening to the podcasts of Alan Watts. And I really have been enjoying his philosophy, his humor, his wit, his archetypical elucidation of the different processes that are going on with religion, spirituality, personal identity, the meaning of life, the gurus, Jesus, Buddha, Zen. It's quite fascinating listening. So I encourage everyone to do it. We've posted some things on Samadhi Game Tribe as well. So you can go there and find some videos that are really just audios, I think, just with some pictures of him. Listen to those. But you'll find that with all of his philosophy, he leaves it completely entirely up to you. He denies that he is a guru. And I think that's a proper perspective for all gurus to have this day. Because we're not really gurus. We're just sharing what we like to do. And in that sharing, each one of us shares the inner guru, which is the inner Christ, which is the inner Buddha. So the days of sitting at some guru's feet is beginning to be a past history, because we all need to recognize the guru that sits in our hearts, first and foremost. And so the practice that we take up with Samadhi Game is the giving of these mantras, the affirmation of that guruship, that sitting in that guru in our hearts. So let's go ahead and give another mantra that affirms this. I'd like to go to... let's go to this radiant circle of healing love and the art of life in liquid white light. It's a great mantra.
Encircle us now.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
And then we'll talk about the Psalm 82 where he said, are you not gods?
Oh, yeah, that's a great one. Okay. Well, actually, why don't you go ahead and say something about it right now?
Because he said, I am, in the Bible, in the italicized words in the King James Version, he said, I am God. But he said, but that's how they translated it, according to Psalm 82. He goes, I am a God.
I am a son of God. Mm-hmm. I am not the son of God, but I am a son of God, one of many. And you and me, we're all sons of God, of the Most High. That sonship is the Christhoodship, is the Buddhahoodship, is the Krishnahoodship. It is the neutral witnesshoodship. And so we give these mantras from that position of the neutral witness, hopefully more and more refining our consciousness so it gets there. I am a son of God. Let's go ahead and give this radiant circle of healing love and the art of life in liquid white light. O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life in liquid white light, encircle me now, encircle me now, encircle me now. I am this loving splendor encircling me now. I am this living prana chi encircling me now. I am this liquid crystal fire encircling me now. I am this samadhi encircling me now. This I radiate, 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 as the active intelligence of powerful conscious volition that I am. I govern this exhaustless energy and precipitate all things into form. Of those who come under the radiation of this, my radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, including Marlena, who's at the door and who wants to come in. She likes to be in the vibration of the mantras. You know, when you say these mantras, the sound vibrates, and she likes the resonance of them. And we've had dogs too. Barbara Forshay's dog, Dudley, loves these mantras. He loves to sit around with them. Pretty soon you'll see her walking up here on the desk, trying to get relaxed with us here with the mantras. So we're establishing the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, including, you can name loved ones, Marlena, our families, the Brinkley family, the Frank family, your families, the Samadhi Game Tribe, and any other groups that you'd like to say, anything that you'd like, you can say it. And then we go on. I ignite and I expand the illuminating center within their bodies, emotions, and minds into that active, perfect, and eternal garment of enlightenment. O radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, that I am. Instantly bring healing to and make art of all dual human ego in my world. Opening wide the door of my heart to the ineffable, divine, and present existence and expression and expansion. I am the wide open door of my heart, flooding forth the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light, the enchanting essence of my electronic body, and I am Samadhi. I balance, blaze, and dazzle the threefold activity of my heart's Samadhi. Ennobling love, wisdom, and power encircles me, now and forever bringing healing to and making art of every dual human ego activity, freeing me to leap into divine union with the source of these, the shining three. I am the mighty, magic, electromagnetic circle of invincible liquid love, light, and life substance, instantly transmuting and harmonizing, healing and making art of every discordance or distraction which seeks to enter or intrude itself, masquerading as the I am me. I am the self-sustaining perfection of my world, enfolded in the radiant circle of healing love and the art of life and liquid white light. The Samadhi that I am, I remain.
Vanish the veils of
Light and shade, I abide in the shining truth of divine law and the justice of eternity. I am the lake of kindness, free of disturbing conditions, inner and outer. And here we go, we're going to do an Om together. So let's get ourselves ready. Straighten the spine. Om. That cosmic vibration, let's do it again. Om. Feeling through the sound to the soundless sound underneath it. Om. The word that was before I am. I was. How does it go? The word.
I'm the...
No, it's before Abraham was, I am. But the word...
The word was made flesh and dwelt among us.
That's right. Okay. And making that word flesh is what we're about here today.
The word was made flesh and dwelt among us.
Yes.
Yeah, didn't I say that? Okay,
Yes,
sorry.
yes. And that we're making that word flesh. We're making it guru. We're making it conscious. We're making it that it has actual intentionality, unique to you. You sit in that guru. That guru sits in you. And the idea of Samadhi game is to flesh it out, is to bring it to the surface and say, I am here. I am listening. Now give it to me. Reveal yourself. And then hearing that Om that forms itself into words like eternity, like light, like art, like life, like joy. And those words then form themselves into things like happiness and companionship and relationship and dharma and sacred labor and gift. So it comes down the pike, down this crystal cord, surging down and becoming more and more physical, more and more intelligible, until the guru is speaking with your every thought, word, and deed.
The guru.
The guru being I am that I am in you, the sound of life, this Samadhi self within you. Mm-hmm. And that guru commands all energies, all therapies within this, the inner magic of my radiant circle of healing love, to be revealed with the art of life and liquid white light of Samadhi, the all-pervading, serene and harmonizing bliss. Yeah. And she is here. You can't see her here, but she's right there.
Oh. Yeah, she's like, hands off the fur.
Yeah. It's a beautiful fall. I've really been enjoying the fall. I hope you've been enjoying it as well. There's a change that goes on in the fall. How would you describe it?
Colorful. Colorful.
Colorful and sort of an inward walk. We were sitting in the sun this morning, and you could see this. We've cleared up. There's a dryness in the air. There's a sunshine crispness in the sunshine rays as well, and you can feel the inward march now beginning more prominently. Can't you? Mm-hmm. Let's give this last mantra today before we close it off. It's called Samadhi's I Am, Memory, and Momentum, the golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction. So out of that river that's coming down from the soundless sound, becoming a word of Om, manifesting itself as words, as integrity and truth and wisdom and love and power, manifesting itself as gift to give gone in the outer world by the use of your hands, feet, heart, mind, and soul. Samadhi's I Am, Memory, and Momentum. From billowing clouds in the spotless sky of a tangible I Am, Samadhi that I Am, comes now a downpour of the memory and momentum of the golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction, a drenching of mastery and dominion here and now, rivulets of wise thinking, lovely feeling, and powerful activity, convergent as the eternal sweep of the sacred Ganga, the memory and momentum of love, wisdom, and power, flooding forth as a million Niagara Falls, ceaselessly descending in through and around all my thoughts, feelings, and activities, including, and then you can visualize all the things that you're going to do today, all of the projects that you have in mind, all of the connections you're going to make with other people, and then continuing to harmonize and perfect them now, as Christos, as Krishna, as Buddha, as Pharaoh, as monarch, as Guru, as the Divine Mother Father, as the Sun Conscious Neutral Witness Awareness. I enter this golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction here and now, bathing in the streaming memory and momentum of love, life, and light. I take command of all thoughts, feelings, and actions below the highlands of superconscious living and awareness. Lo! I am become the sea of mirth itself. Lo! I am become the sea of mirth itself. Lo! I am become the sea of mirth itself. O loving I Am, Samadhi that I am. O Ganesha, O great divine director and the great karmic board that I am. I invoke your memory and momentum of sustained enlightenment and divine direction. I am that guidance now. You can hear that guidance as it comes down that pike of consciousness, that pike of I amness into wordness, into love, wisdom, and power, into action, that tantra of enlightenment. I am that courage and strength that acts. And in my attention to my, and then women with Robbie and men with me, purpose, plan, focus, freedom, dharma, and death. I hold the scepter of dominion and power sustained. From the joyous I Am, Samadhi that I am, I descend in the world in radiance to this Christos, Krishna, Buddha, Pharaoh, monarch, divine mother, father, sun conscious awareness, the Guru awareness. I envelop my four lower bodies with the unbroken thrill of that neutral witness and unique sexual essence.
And
I stand guard over my entire consciousness, being, and world 24/7. O eternal I Am, Samadhi, beyond all imagination of expectancy, I charge my physical, emotional, mental, and etheric bodies with that memory and momentum of full conscious realization, as I issue the following command to all the polarized human creation and ego etched in my pranas, chakras, and meridians, and those of the entire planetary body. And then here we can just give a command to all that subconscious unrest, that subconscious upheaval that moves through our consciousness, and what is the cause of those karmic bombs that explode in our life. We don't see them coming, and then they just hit. So by doing this particular mantra, which we're going to do 9 times, not just 3 times, we're going to dissolve and consume by the violet light all this substance, all this negativity, and bring it to quiescence in the neutral witness of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. Dissolve, consume, transmute, and reconcile by the abided light of samadhi. I let the instantaneous release of the self-luminous, infinitely intelligent light substance issue forth without limit from the immortal samadhi that I remember I am, that I remember I am, that I remember I am. And I charge these pranas, chakras, and meridians, thoughts and feelings, activities and environment, with the victorious memory and momentum of the golden river of sustained enlightenment and divine direction, such that all polarized human creation and ego is instantly transmuted and transfigured into refined and perfected states of awareness, action, and physicality. There we go. There we are. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Tell me.
When we were out there and we were talking about the fall, the difference between summer and now is when I go out and I look at the flowers.
Yes.
There is a big difference because when I water them now, they're not gathering water for growing more. They're gathering water for sustaining the color to die off.
Yeah, that's true. And the water also is going into the roots. It's going down, and they're bringing sun's energy down through the plants instead of putting out new growth. They're putting down new roots.
It's sad.
Here.
Anyway, it's still pretty.
It is beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, and then we have this beautiful silence to go through where everything's going to be covered with white in the purity and the silence. And then in the spring...
I know flowers come back.
Robbie has had a tremendous summer this year. We've had in New Mexico, we've had a tremendous, beautiful water raining summer, and between her taking care of the plants and the water coming down out of the atmosphere, we've had an absolutely astounding bloom of everything that she's.
But guess what? How pretty winter is.
Just
pretty.
Yes, it is. I love you.
I love you.
You're beautiful. So I want to thank you for joining us on this impromptu broadcast of Samadhi Game. Finding a way to bring that light out of the silence and into reality for us all in words that we can understand. I encourage you to download your free copy of Samadhi Game at samadhigame.com. It's a very small registration that you have to fill out to get the download. It's free. So do it and join us here.
Yes, and Samadhi Game is part of Perpetual Youth.
We just started a new Facebook page today, Brinkley program for Perpetual Youth, which you may be invited to soon if you're a friend of Robbie's or mine. And if you haven't been invited, you can just go. And we haven't started posting too much stuff to it. We've just sort of established an outline. But it's an idea that we take things that bring promotion to the fullness of life down into that page and make them available there. So join us there for nutrition and cooking and exercise and everything combined together. It's going to be a beautiful idea there on that page. As we learn how to do it, as we get a momentum doing it. So we love you. Thank you very much for joining us today on these impromptu broadcasts. There's only one thing. we have a little technical glitch where we can't play music before or after the program because of the drivers are not set up to handle the new El Capitan Apple operating system, which is absolutely incredible. I love it. So just one shot that we're not able to do, and that's the opening and closing shot. So we end with our opening and closing shots right here. Without any ado, we say goodbye and wish you a great day. See you. Bye.